Welcome, welcome. I need to get rid of all these old bits of tat. I'm not going to be respraying anything. Kitsum Nico, I can't handle the windows. There's streaks everywhere. Can you help me? While you're at it, please scour out the wheels. Scour's such a bad word. No, I'm not going to scour. I'll clean your wheels. How's that? Let's place that here. Oh, beautiful colour. Look at that. Nice. That's a statement. Big, big statement. Okay, wash the wheels. I got a funny feeling we're going to need a wheel kit. Here we go. $300. We're going to put that there. We're also going to have to upgrade the garage. Now, there is somewhere for. If I go to here, we want window kit as well. There's no space. Let's switch to the garage. So we can obviously buy better lighting, which is really going to help. A new air compressor. We're not going to need that just now. We do need another rack. So let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that as well. So that's us now got two racks where we can happily fill. So we want window kit. Let's buy that. I'm going to put it at the top because again, windows are probably going to be a lot of our bread and butter. So we want to wash the wheels first. Here's a wheel kit. Yep. Let's go. It's a little bit dark. That's the only thing I would say. So let's have a look. That's a little bit better. So let's get in between all of the spokes. This is the bread and butter of car detail, and wheels is something I think a lot of people notice, especially big alloy wheels. So if we can make these as clean and spotless as we can, run it over the mudguard, wheel well, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. We've now got a soft brush, so we're going to run this over the in between the spokes again, but on the spokes, try and get as much of this cleaned as possible. Okay, we're now going to move on to the tire. Let's get this tire shining again. Love putting silk on the tires. I know a lot of people will say so. Silk's like a very thick syrup type of liquid, and you literally just wipe it onto your tire, let it soak in, and it gives that wet look, which I really love. But I understand some people don't like it because when you drive the car, especially if it hasn't dried, it can flick up onto the bodywork. So that, again, that's a bit of it is more of personal preference. You can get you can get a kind of almost like a paint that does dry in, and it doesn't. I think I might not have completely cleaned that. Let me just go back here and make sure. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it does completely dry in, but it still gives it a little bit of a wet look. Obviously, over time, it does wear off. But once, especially black, and I go on about black cars, there are other colours of cars in the world, but for me, a black car really is the kind of car I love. Let's get in about all these wheel nuts. Let's try and get that. That's all done. Let's try and get this rim looking as good as possible. I mean, this car hasn't been curbed, and by curbed I mean when you go to park and you try and park as close to the sidewalk, the pavement, whatever you want to call it, um, and you kind of basically grind your wheel against the raised curb pavement sidewalk. It's so painful. I've done it myself. I have nearly ended up in tears over it. It is just so painful. If you love looking after your car, it's one of the worst things you can do. If you do look after your car, you then want to try and get it sorted. So there are people that obviously fix tire, not tire, wheel. scratches and indents. But if you've got, let's say, a kind of diamond cut wheel, that can be so much more expensive, and it's just, yeah, it's like I say, bring a grown man or grown woman to tears. Okay, let's wash the windows now. So let's get our spray, our ammo spray. Let's just get it on all the windows, let it kind of eat into any of the grime and dirt that's there. Windows can also be quite a difficult thing to try and get right, you know, streaks and, you know, maybe little scratches. It's just, if you really do want to pay attention, it's one of the things that can really, you know, put you back hours upon end. Let's get the bodywork done as well. Okay, let's get rid of the water. I mean, the bodywork on this car, the paint, the wheels, everything looks really good on it. But yeah, you can actually get your windows polished as well, which I've saw some people getting. It takes away, because obviously some grime, you know, is so difficult to get off. There are very fine polishing pads that you can get for windows. Never used them myself. I've saw them on YouTube videos and things. It looks amazing. Okay, now we need to get another kit. We've got $600 left. We need to get a. Is that a car interior kit? No, it's a stain removal kit. Now, what does it say? Repair the seats. So it's definitely a stain removal that we need to buy. Let's put it up here. Again, this is kind of order I would go and do things, so it's nice to have it in that kind of order. Now, this is a little bit more detailed as to what we're going to do here. We're going to get some very fine sandpaper. Now, you can already see there's some marks here. Again, this is much more than just detailing a car. Specialists do this kind of thing. And again, I've watched a lot of car detailing videos where people do it, but I don't know if I would ever trust myself to do this kind of thing, especially my own car. And I'm not going to say I would happily practice on somebody else's car, but so here we go. We're going to spray the repaired parts, get it to the same colour as it was before, so nobody will ever. And this is good if you are selling your car as well, because you know, if you're selling it privately or if you're selling it to a dealership, they'll find any excuse to take money off the the price of the car. It is part of the whole, you know, trading in, selling your car. It's that whole thing. In the UK, people are called tire kickers. So they'll basically come along and waste somebody's time, have a look at it with probably no intention of ever having going to buy the car, but it just wastes everybody's time. But yeah, so this is how we're going to get rid of all the stains and dirt. Get it all beautifully painted back up again. Just there we go. And these are the parts that are most worn in a car. You know, you're sitting in and out, getting in and out of the car, especially the driver's seat. The driver's seat gets the most abuse, especially around these edges. If when you're coming in, you don't come in and then sit down. You kind of slide yourself in. So this always ends up getting a little bit more abuse than the rest of the car. Boom. Right, we have one lot of seats left. Let's get sandpaper back out. Here's a spot here. This would be quite tricky with I don't know if that headrest is kind of stuck there or if it's one of these that can lift up, but yeah, quite difficult to try and get all your your colour into without making it look as if it's just been painted. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That's just, yeah, I'm super proud of that one. Absolutely. Done and done. I think crouch. Kind of like to try and get a picture of, you know, with the doors open. It does completely imply that, you know, the interior is what's been used, what's been cleaned. Amazing. So pleased with that one. Yeah, see, I think for me, it's all about the interior for this car. I mean, just look at that. It looks like it's just come out of the factory again. Now, can I replace that one? There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's return the car. Neko Mobile, let's see. Oh, another 5 stars. Outstanding. That just covers one of the three kits we had to buy today. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you are all doing well. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider clicking subscribe and make sure notification bell's on so next time I drop a video you'll be notified. Until next time, take care, stay safe, bye bye.